playing from back over here, but he will get smoked out, so if he wants to help out here, he's going to need to get aggressive or hope that these taps are able to connect some damage. Unfortunately, on the initial volley, it won't, and Lucas also not able to find anything as these guys do approach the white box here. There's the first blow, though. Takes down one, gets about half the damage off onto another one as Phelps is brought down very, very low to 26 HP. They need to approach and get some momentum swinging here as they're trying to take this over here towards the B side, it seems, with the bomb going inside as they fall back. Lucas again looking for damage, but it's not going to connect. And now Steel, well, if they follow through with this Vents play, he's going to need to put a big stop on this one. But look at how much time is being wasted. SK, they're stuck here, and they haven't realized that Steel is down below. Thankfully, Taco checks it as he drops down inside, but look at Henny tracing them through the smoke. He's going to be able to find one as he rotates over from Z. Lucas with yet another kill for these guys. They'll still be able to get access to the site, but they'll be outnumbered 4v2. A nade bouncing in, and no, it denies the plant. Destroys Taco, and now all you're left with is Cold. In a 1v4 scenario, he's being flanked out, countering that one with an instant headshot to Lucas. But 3 more still to go, and the only one that's even close to being low here is going to be FNX. The remaining 2 are still at full HP, and there's only 8 seconds on the clock. If he wants to get that bonus money, he'll have to plan it now, but even going out, it is the player at 4 HP, and the problem is they're not really going to have a whole lot left for the post plan. Immortals are sticking with a lot of their SMGs, but that saves them a boat little cash. But look at Phelps moving in. He gets aggressive. It's 1 for 1, but Steel's caught trading out guns. He wanted to go for that rifle, and that's where Fur is going to be able to pick up the second kill now for the Tees, and he has another one isolated back over there behind the sandbags, trying to spray into it. Gets even more damage onto his opponent there. Henny now down at 42 HP as a result of this, and unfortunately does not have an additional smoke to allow him to fall back to somewhere like Z right now.
Yeah, and they're just going to wait, and he's going to throw that Molotov as soon as the smoke dissipates, and now he's in real trouble.
Z is going to have no choice but to force out, but we do actually see him getting the kill against Fur. He will take him down with the Molotov, however, still, but that now only leaves 1 up and standing for the Immortals, and he's going to assume that this is working towards A right now. At the moment, he'll be correct to do so. Only 2 flashbangs actually try and counter this out, and Taco, however, he'll just go leaping in from Highway.
You know, 2 towards A main, 1 going towards the door.
They still have Cold trying to sneak back in, though. However, Fur got a bit more aggressive in trying to, at the very least, cross A main at the very beginning of this round. Fallen is looking for the trade, but keep in mind, he's got the bomb in hand now. If he goes down and someone else gets aggressive enough to try and hold control of it, then that is immediately dropped out here. They'll just decide to smoke and go for this, but he's already been brought down to 34 HP. Cold waiting out patiently here, but the spray misses completely. Lucas will get that kill against Cold, and now Phelps trying to sneak back in here. Nicely done. Gets him through the box after falling back from his peak. He'll take out FNX. 3 standing for SK. They still have a disadvantage, unfortunately, working against them here, both in terms of health and actual manpower. But all the smokes are being used now from the Immortals. They don't have anything else to back them up on this retake. Great pop flash as it's tossed back out there and allows Taco to peek freely from quad. Fallen's going to get traded out as a result of that one, but they still have to deal with Taco over here. Lucas finding another one, and now it's just Taco. They have to know he's sitting back here in quad somewhere, and they're going to know for sure now as Henny finds the upshot and closes it down. There's only so much that can be done on a round like this, so they are getting prepared to push in now and waiting on the side. Well, you've got FNX. Actually, one of them was caught in the open there. They're both going to go down. So it's given them access to the A site, and all of a sudden, they have to try to figure out how they can rotate into this one. And he finding at least 1 pickup there against Taco to try and even out the numbers a bit more. And regaining the control of mid, but there's still 1 more that's going to try to mess around with them here. Coldzera sitting inside, and Henny will keep a watchful eye for that one, and immediately, as soon as Cold Peaks takes it down, the guys that are actually pushing back into the A site waste no time whatsoever as well, as it's now just down to 2, and neither has control of the actual site itself. Fallen will push in, he gets 1, gets a second, and Phelps! They're going to be relying on very, very minimal amounts of time to actually get them inside of a site. The good news is they're pushing into the site where the 1 pistol is still being played out here. That's Lucas. He's looking for the player by mini pit, but he can't actually hunt the head just yet. And again, still not actually committing with 10 seconds left. Finally gonna jump up, but look at how easily this can get shut down. A 2-for-1 trade, and Steel's gonna get the 3rd one now. Taco's completely disconnected from all of this, and he has to sit back, keep himself down, and hope that he doesn't get knocked out. Just 2 rounds ago, they are allowed to force into this one yet again, and they'll try to play it aggressively. However, that Molotov scrambles them quite a bit, as we can see Fur, Coldzera, Phelps, all down at between 40 and about 30 HP each here. Taco's the only one that remains unscathed at 100 still, with Immortals 100% knowing that this is going to have to come into here now, as they've dropped the bomb on that initial push too.
Yeah, they dropped the bomb, and all their teammates are weak. They tried to do a quick take. It gets completely disjointed by the Molotovs and the nades that Immortals is throwing, and now a flank, and then actually take the gun battles. But Fur's working the smokes as Phelps goes towards the middle, takes out Henny there. So they have a chance now, as Fur's just being sneaky.
Trying to make sure that there isn't a player hiding out either over here at Toxic, further down Highway, or even in the NBK positions that they can retrieve the bomb, hoping he can pick up some kills. And they're actually going to fight back against this instead of just grabbing the bomb and running now. Phelps again regrouping as well, as he is given free reign over mid. Everybody from Immortals had committed here. There was nobody that was watching out for mid. Steel moving in. He'll pick up the 1 kill, but Fur trading out one more before he finally goes down. And now it is Phelps trying to clutch 1v2. Time is getting low, however, so he will have to make a move here sooner or later. He's just going to be shut down. They do decide to start to push in here. This time giving them a little bit more time to play with than some of the previous rounds. So he still certainly knows that there's a presence, although I'm not sure if Bolts realizes just how close some of this is over here towards the white box. He'll fall back now. He's been dinked. Fallen's going to get the kill at super long range. And again, they did not account for how close this action was to them back by white box. So they've gotten a massive amount of kills. It's completely cleared out the A-bomb site. And all of a sudden, they're down to just one man left alive. It's Lucas. And he is going to be immediately shut up by Coldzera. As nonetheless, the Immortals have again placed Ignorance in middle and have decided to leave it open and focus on the bomb sites themselves instead. There may be good reason behind that, however, Steel finds the kill, but once more, the B-bomb site will be left open. It won't stop them, however. They're going to push in regardless here. 1 for 1 as the site play begins. Now 2 for 1 in the favor of the CTs, and Bolts is going to be allowed to go for all 3 of them. They just line right up, and there's no counter reaction to it at all. Cold's left alive with 8 seconds left, and he doesn't control the bomb. Once again, they'll be left up on the site, and there's nothing that the remaining member of SK can do. This one is going to the Immortals by timer. With 30 seconds left is where I assume is going to be the execute point here. Molotovs again back over there on Highway, stopping these guys from moving back in. You've got the quad player who's supposed to be picking up a massive amount of kills, but actually Bolts just gets immediately knocked out. It's not even going to be just him either. Fallen grabs the kill. Now Henny tries to do something, but Phelps and Fur both get up close against him to take him down. Rotations are swift at least, but now there's a smoke covering them back off, and SK, through a very slow, gradual process here, I think they pretty much have this one secured. There's no way that Lucas is going to be able to clutch 1v3, even though he's getting aggressive now to move up. That'll be canceled, and he will begin to fall back to save that rifle.
Yeah, and that was actually like a beautiful take by SK. As FNX is looking for an entry over here, we might see like a smoke spawn and a Molotov headshot from Steel. But Lucas and FNX are definitely going to try to entry.
For again finding the first kill there, and Cold shutting down another one, and Cold not even needing to peek back out. Phelps was able to help from his position when the push does eventually come. They will be prepared for this and will be allowed to use a lot of theirs. But that's a good opener in terms of the Molotov power, because look at this Phelps. He doesn't even know where he can go. Nowhere is safe, so he's actually going to lose himself. But there's no follow-up on this just yet. It does seem though that SK again was not faltered by any of that. They just adjust properly, although they waste one of their Molotovs that's tossed back in there. Now they are going to push their way back in, however, but the T's unfortunately stuck behind a lot of these smokes and whatnot, and they don't feel confident enough to push back into them just yet. Fallen finding one. Fur with a second up on top. FNX gets one, but he's going to be quickly traded back out. 2 remain here, and Fur shutting them down, diving into the smoke to keep himself alive. So that Phelps actually moves up on top of the A main shed just as they go inside of it. So he's not prepared to drop back down and completely mess them up with the flank. And here it comes. They're both lined up. Gets the one. Actually has to bail out on the second one, but is able to re-peek in. That's the bomb gone down. It's just Henny. 1v5. And another one here is still going to be on the A sites, waiting for him as he takes this oh so cautiously. Just trying to hope he can hit some shots. Yeah, nice one actually against Fur. Hopping into a position, executes Fur, and at the very least that has opened up the bomb site, but you still, again, do have to worry about this guy sitting at the back of the squeaky hallway. He's even, yeah, this is, again, Fallen, who's even gone all the way to the backside just to watch out here and prevent this, but no, he spots the rifle, and that is going to allow Henny to get another kill, thankfully, though. And again, they're wrapping up one player at least over there towards the vents. Fallen sees this though, taps away onto Henny, and that is going to be Lucas going down here as well. FNX does the return damage onto Fallen to bring him down to 12 HP, but the important note out of this exchange is that the bomb went down on mid. They don't really feel secure to retrieve right now. Taco takes up the position as FNX tries to move back in, and the entire hit has gone down with no trades to show for it. Bolts is the last man standing. He'll attempt to retreat out here towards middle to retrieve the bomb itself, but Coldzera, the Immortals are basically just waiting on the timer, not even really trying to poke into these sites and again use any of that CT utility. Fallen finding one over here. That's FNX going down, although Henny is able to trade onto the player behind sandbags. Fallen in the meantime is long gone, falling back to the A site now to prepare for a hit in through Highway, but they're actually smart about the way that they're going to approach this now. The vent's being burned out, so they do have to wait a couple of extra seconds, but I definitely think they're moving into the play here instead. Oh, maybe not. Hold on. They made a last-minute judgment call that they were stacked outside of it, and now they're looking towards Highway instead. The smoke is here. Fallen gets aggressive. He gets one kill out there, but Henny immediately trades it. And now up from the Shroud spot, Taco would try to put an end to this. He's got to be quiet at first, but no, they spot him. The site's been opened up, and again, the Immortals, they do manage to find the path which they can win the round. It's not done yet, though. It goes down to a 2v2. Fur and Cold both have to move back in for the retake, but they're being very aggressive on the Immortals side. Henny specifically pushed all the way up to the truck angle. Is he actually going to expect this coming in from Highway? Well, he doesn't even need to, as Lucas gets the instant headshot on the Fur, and now you're just looking at Coldzera with a 1v2, and basically very little golf. He still doesn't know where Henny's playing from, so even if he can catch Lucas in a peek from quad and take him down here, he still has to worry about Henny directly behind him right now. He is being let onto the site, though, and Henny has not even turned once yet to try and check for this one. Time's low. He doesn't have a whole lot left to work with here. He'll be able to catch Lucas in the cross, but there is not enough time to actually go in and defuse that bomb.
Like, the clock's winding down. There's only 40 seconds left, so whatever they do, you're going to have to do it fast. And they have so many Molotovs on the SK side.
The Immortals side is using the last of theirs now, but Cold actually in an aggressive position again. This time caught out. They've gotten used to this. Bolt's finally starting to learn a little bit here. He moves in and takes down Cold. The rest are going to flood into the site, but again, they've left themselves very little time. They've got to immediately find the impact kills here. Taco chiming back in to try to prevent them from getting access to the site platform itself. Bolt's also trying to take out the players by True, but they can't do that. Nonetheless, though, Fur holds back a little bit, but then tosses in the nade and drops the bomb for a second time. He'll chime back in. Steel finding another kill, but they no longer have enough time, so it's going to run down to the timer, and they can't kill Taco properly, so SK will close it down, and off of that, they are going to be able to take this one 16-11. Anyway, with a lot of their players actually just forming outside of a drop, despite them only having a little bit of utility to actually throw into the bomb site or even in towards drop. Taco's going to take a leap, and well, Lucas immediately shuts down one. He will be quickly traded back out. In the meantime, while they're struggling to get anywhere outside of drop here, beyond past like the tree boost up position, we can see Steel's holding his ground, but they're slowly getting knocked out here, the members of the Immortals. Now it's down to just two, Henny and FNX, and now just FNX, as there's a bit of a surprise waiting for Henny outside in the window position.
I think towards B pretty quick. Taco going to just jump down drop.
And they're going to move in pretty quickly here. Lucas tries to hold on to it, actually, but no, Taco destroys him. They're just rushing into this. However, there is a lot of resistance now coming out for the Immortal side. 3 fast kills, a 4th one from FNX. It's down to Coldzera now, but he's only got 27 HP and basically 0 control. The flashbang is tossed out. Actually, one for the CTs does some damage, but oh, the sudden flick out there from FNX. Massive damage, even flashbanging it as well. Unfortunately, he has to do double duty, so he misses the push, and this is a long-range shot, so he's not going to connect it. He's immediately taken down by Fur. That opens up the gates, but, I mean, he saw that huge push. He definitely knows the power that's on its way from A long right now, but no one is going to bite on the rotation just yet, and there's a good reason behind it too, as SK to just try and hold this back for a few more seconds.
Yeah, and this is what makes it so difficult, though. They push back A and get a kill, and just splits the defense so much, as now they're taking drop control and splitting B.
Immediately, though, Steel getting a nice wand league. He tries to go for one more, but is taken out by Fallen. Now, FNX hugging the statue. I think they know he's there. He's the only one on this site, and playing from that statue position, nowhere will be safe. So it is a relatively clean, and SK have yet to actually move in. They have plenty of time to do this. They were hoping that someone would mess up here first, but it's actually going to be FNX that moves directly in and finds the kill against Taco. And, well, now the drop room exit has turned into a sort of a trap here, as the shotgun's there, but they're able to spring outside of it. Fur finding Lucas, and because they tried to wrap the shotgun around to the other side, well, now it's been left open here, and FNX doesn't know which way really to look about this one. SK, they found a path into the site. Again, smoke's blocking them off that they'll boost themselves up on top of. Can Cold actually see Lucas, though? I think you may have seen him jumping outside of the smoke here, and indeed, the drop-down headshot onto FNX takes him down this time around. Steel trading out one more kill from the stairway here. They know where he's positioned from now, and they can adjust as Fallen. He picks up the trade kill. They're down to just 2, but they've done massive damage to the 3 remaining players from SK. In fact, one of them is going to go down right now. Fur trying to be sneaky. They only have 8 seconds left. They need to move in and get these kills right now. Fur finding one of them in the corner, swinging out wide, trying to look for the player with the up, but no, and they don't even have enough time to play anymore. Henny's just going to duck behind the rock. The timer will expire, and Cold's not going to be able to do anything about this. He'll take down Henny, but it's a little content than it would have given them earlier access, but it ended up working out later in the round, as we saw in the replay. Now, though, SK a little bit more forward with their approach, especially outside here towards the broken wall itself. Taco moving in. Flashbangs are good, but they fail to account for this corner spot. FNX going big here. 2 kills for him. Trades roll back out and Steel. He's already been spotted in that cubby. So, unfortunately, while he tries to pop flash, he's not able to do anything. And again,
Too heavily towards A, and it is going to be an A split.
They'll pinch inside from the drop room here. The B players won't be able to do anything about it as they have been smoked up. But Henny dipping right in, goes for 1, tries to get the second there, but leaping into his face is going to be Taco to take him back down. Coldzera also finding FNX, but not before Bolts is able to pick up a kill, and he's still alive, but only at 10 HP. Fallen just rolls in with a Tech 9. The animation is actually a little bit off, so they're going to continue pushing for them. This time I think they're actually going to completely shy away from a drop pressure, though. It might just be a 5-man push outside on a broken wall here, and Henny, the Molotov forces him out, but he misses a player by the box, and FNX completely blind, cannot do anything there, so Fur is going to knock him out. Fur moves in to chase even more of them. Henny now getting knocked out. Lucas is waiting for that drop pressure, but as mentioned previously, they pretty much shied away from it, although a good adjustment from him allows for the taking down of Cold. This will go 4v3. They haven't actually gone for the plant just yet, but they're going to do that right now. And Phelps waits for a very, very late deployment as he did fall back from the initial group up and eventually can move in towards drop when I imagine the guys on the site act as a bit more of a distraction here. He spots one peeking out. There's Fallen as he grabs that kill. Now Phelps is leaving back in. The flashbang taking effect. Again, good adjustment from Lucas to get the kill onto Phelps, but still, now Taco, along with an already dinked Lucas, or very heavily lit Lucas, then SK would be on a good path to very quickly still close down this map.
Yeah, Penny's just been having a rough one. Lucas has been having a rough one in drop as well. Just really not much going well for this Immortal side right now as Taco lurks out long B. He's going to catch one on the side here, but isn't able to get that kill on the steal. And now Phelps making his way towards A. We'll see if he can do anything. Walking up middle, they don't know he's here. He just, you know, I think he knows somebody rotated out there from heaven.
And Immortals are already starting to half rotate into this one too. You can see the B positions are actually falling back further towards drop right now to defend against that one. Phelps, a bit dangerous running out there against the APC as he's almost spotted by a player sitting up on top of the shed. He transitions to the balcony, takes up a spot here, but now there's rotates coming back in, and Lucas is going to immediately take him down. Fallen, still looking for a pick, but there's no one revealing their positions from the guys on the Immortals over there on the A-bombs right now. They're playing super passively. That are just watching out for ramp pressure instead. Fallen may finally get himself a chance if he swings out here. There's a guy sitting up on top of the shed. There's one. Two of them are lit, and he can switch over to the Tech 9 to manage those. Gets that one, gets another peek in the doorway. Fallen's going off huge right now, but he's still alone. He's going to have to ace this if he wants to clutch it. Timing is not really an issue. 40 seconds on the clock. That's plenty of time to play with, but with that missed shot, Steel is going to roll in. Keep in mind the fact that they're not even watching out for this, and this could get bad really quickly. They also even rotated the A player into this one, although he's not going to be able to help out initially. Fallen, he gets destroyed. The flank is now coming in, though. Cold Zero immediately gets 2 kills onto this one. Fur hiding out inside of the transition drop room gets 1, and then is looking for one more. Out of ammo, going for the knife, the right click, and Bolts takes the duel, but Fur is still going to get the kill there. But he is going to fall back to the window position outside of drop and begin to watch out from down here too. Finally, though, they do begin to move up, and well, it's going to be 1-for-1 initially. Phelps tries to go into a smoke, but he's going to lose his life to Steel. Now Taco up on top of the smoke. That's a big miss, though, and now there's not really anywhere safe for him. He's going to go into the chicken coop, but 2 more kills ring out there for the guys on IMT. See what they're going to do. Both Fallen and Taco pick them up. You've already got Fur actually waiting for the aggression over here in the mid connector, probably tossing out the smoke, but they might just jump beyond this one, and they do, but they expected Fur, at least it seemed like FNX did. They expected him to move way back up on top of the ramp and retreat to the site itself.
You know, entry out. Looks like they are going to take drop control, actually. Cold does a little bit of damage here, but gets caught out by Steel as he runs over his head and gets another one onto Phelps. And now all of a sudden, Fallen has him locked down, gets that kill, but they still only have to kill this one player in sight, which is Taco, and they know exactly where he is, Blue.
Down at 6 HP here, but he swings out and grabs it. It's Bolts that'll go down here now. We can see Lucas trying to take pot shots over here into Chicken with the up, but that's not going to work out. He's got to sneak back around. They still expect him to be in the site, but they are watching for the backside. However, not proactively. Fur's really just looking back and forth here, and then he can sneak away from this right now and head up towards A without being noticed at all. And that's exactly what he's going to do. Walking into this one, Fur expects him to get aggressive and go back into the site. He will oblige to this one, so he's been seen now. Now he's got to make a dash for this as they're going to be chasing him. Previously, he could have done this potentially without being spotted if he had gone at the doorway. But he'll go onto the site. He'll be able to get this bomb on the ground. I don't think he can survive beyond that, and he won't actually even get it onto the ground. So Fur is going to close it out, and after a valiant attempt at a